Miami-Dade.
I don't believe that. Look that up. Don't ever believe anything Dave says without double
checking. Look it up. Why would I say it if it's not true?
All right, your least favorite and most favorite city you ever visited in the U.S.?
My favorite city, probably. Let me see here.
Spit it out,
dude. I loved San Francisco.
Really? How long ago did you go?
What's that?
How long ago did you go?
Dude, I fucking lived there. Well, I did. I lived outside of it, just in a place called San Ramon. And
when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's why you're like a Raiders fan and shit.
Mm-hmm. I had a choice: 49ers or Raiders.
You made the right choice, I think.
No,
I mean, the Raiders suck ass, but they're cooler than
Raiders suck and have terrible fans. But the San Francisco was just like, it's this Bay City, and it's interesting because it's like detached in a way. It has the Golden Gate Bridge, which is beautiful, and then it has just this like sort of strange like soul of it that it has Fisherman's Wharf, but then it also has the giant like. Well, I remember when I was there, it had the Sharper Image Center where it was like this new innovations and just like this. It's just a very strange collection of like cultural attributes to it that just make it fascinating. And I also do like that, it was very accepting, like with the gay community and stuff like that too. That also makes it cool. And like it just, but the way it's connected with the ocean and the type of weather that it has there. And, I really like rice-a-roni. That's a San Francisco treat. But I just remember, it was just beautiful aesthetically and just very interesting visiting there. I also really like seafood and Fisherman Wharf.
I do too.
It's insane.
Seafood and Asian food are my favorite genres of food. Really quick little note about upstate New York that I liked about it.
The gambling?
It's very old. Obviously, is one of the first settled places. So, like a lot of the buildings, like in downtown Syracuse, like old churches. Mm-hmm. There's this like old ass like church looking building, or maybe it was a government building that's like beautiful, ornate, sort of Gothic architectural style. And the Bank of America bought it, so they slapped their logo on the side of this like 200-year-old fucking building. I'm like, take the fucking logo down.
Of course.
But it's like a prominent feature in the Syracuse quote unquote skyline. Syracuse is much smaller than even Omaha. Yeah. Smaller than Lincoln even. Kind of crazy. But also depopulated Rust Belt city. But one of the things I liked about upstate New York is that it's like it has this flavor of mom and pop capitalism. So like you'll go through these small towns. There's no real rural areas. Like if we drive from here to Lincoln 45 minutes, there's nothing, and then you're in Lincoln, right? Because it's so overdeveloped, has so many more centuries of development in New York. You drive from like Syracuse to Rochester, and you're just going through small little town, right?
Interesting.
And it's a constant little segue of little towns, but those towns, at least in my experience, disproportionately had small businesses. You did not see a lot of huge McDonald's signs and a huge Starbucks. Not to say that they're not up there, but there's like an old antiquity, like that has sort of survived in those small upstate New York towns. That is like cozy, and you're not assaulted with billboards and logos you see in every fucking city you've ever been to. There's something a little more
communal,
subdued about it. Yeah.
Communal here.
I'm communal over here. Now, obviously, that's not New York City. That's upstate New York. But I did appreciate that about upstate New York. I had a really interestingly positive experience of Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh, yeah?
And I didn't think I would. And there are obviously parts and problems with all these cities, including Phoenix and definitely San Francisco. But I was like pleasantly surprised at the natural beauty of the city. I went outside of the city up into the mountains and looked down on the city at like dusk, and it's just like this desert fucking town in the valley of all these crowns of desert mountains around it. It was sort of beautiful. You have the cactuses and shit, cacti, which are aesthetically interesting and very different from what we see up here in Omaha. I liked San Antonio. Was kind of cool. It had that old Spanish colonial flair, the architecture, downtown area. It had like, I felt like it had a spirit. Like sometimes you go into a city, like it has a spirit of its own, and sometimes you go into a city, it's like, ugh, this is so nothing. No, Omaha has a flair. I kind of felt like a deadness when I drove past. I was going through Austin, Texas, down to Austin is just like it just struck me as having nothing spiritually.
It's this like facade of like.
But I don't know. They used to say it was really cool, but now it's kind of been I don't know. So I kind of was like down on Austin, but
I'm over it.
Very up on San Antonio. Never been. Seattle is cool, but the human suffering is so omnipresent that it's kind of part and parcel of my experience in Seattle. But Seattle, fucking gorgeous. Like probably the most gorgeous area I've ever personally been to environmentally. Pacific Northwest takes the cake.
That's my dream.
Louisville, Kentucky is actually kind of it's pretty. It's unique. It does have that spirit. That sense of a spirit. I think Denver lacks a little sense of spirit.
Well, I like Denver.
I love Boulder. I love the towns south of it, Colorado City, Longmont. I love all those smaller towns. Denver itself kind of has a soullessness to it that I don't particularly love. But
I was born there. That's probably why.
That's probably why you left it desolate.
Yeah.
I used to live in Montana, and Billings is interesting and beautiful and has a little spirit of its own as a small town. I did not enjoy my time in Minneapolis, but I had a very truncated, limited experience in there, in which we did a family trip with some family friends, and we only ended up going to the fucking Mall of America. so
why?
Yeah. So that was an aborted attempt to see Minneapolis.
Yeah, not great.
And so I do not judge Minneapolis by that. I will if I never step foot in the Mall of America again, I will die completely happy.
Make the Mall of America great again.
Oh my God, dude, fuck that. I wish I could have. I was actually very bitter about that vacation because we were in Minneapolis, first time I've ever been there. There's so many things I would want to do.
Yeah.
But because it was a kid-oriented family trip,
still
I had to do these dumbass fucking shit.
Dude, kids are the worst.
And then my 2-year-old fell and hit his eye. Like the first night we got to the Airbnb, we had to drive like a half hour to the emergency hospital.
Yeah, right.
It was a terrible experience. I had OCD the whole fucking time. Brutal experience, but I'm willing to give it another shot. But yeah, those are some of the ones that jump to my mind.
Yeah. Oh, now I guess
you have to do your least favorite.
Omaha. No,
stop, dude. You gotta stop.
No,
spit it out. I love Tulsa too, by the way. Sorry, go ahead.
You know what's funny?
Tulsa's better than
Oklahoma. Talk about
City.
how hot like Phoenix was. I remember I went down to Las Vegas and we went through Phoenix.
Oh, I hate Vegas.
And Apache Junction, and it was when I was engaged, and we stayed with the father of the bride. Never the bride. Got him. She's living happily ever after, which is nice. But I just remember, dude, the heat was brutal. It was just
in Vegas,
in Arizona.
Oh, Arizona, yeah, Arizona. I went there in February too. So February was beautiful in Arizona.
Oh yeah,
I flew out of winter in Omaha and landed in summer.
I know, but I'm talking about if you judge a city by the full year round.
Yeah.
I know the winter probably is super awesome, but man, the heat was just like you can't get anything done.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like it just tenderizes you, dude.
Mm-hmm. I've heard it's brutal.
So it's like, which is funny because it's nothing to do with like
they said there's
culture.
reverse seasonal depression because in the summers in Arizona, like you have to fucking stay inside. You can only go out at like dusk or dawn. It's just like this brutal sort of onslaught for like 70 days in a row.
Hot,
yeah.
Like it's just like honestly, it's nothing against the city. Just the heat itself is just like, 2 thumbs down.
Really?
Yeah.
What city was that?
That was Omaha.
No, what city in Arizona?
No, it was just Arizona. It was Apache Junction and
Arizona
Phoenix.
in general. I see.
Yeah, Arizona in general.
Well, I think we went through the geography of the United States.
Yeah, I actually
in the comment section, let us know your favorite and least favorite city you've been to.
Let us know.